This story resolves somewhere around in desert where Lieutenant and his buddies were kidnapped by mercenaries. While they were sitting down, someone opened the door. They brought the another of Lieutenant's buddy. The lieutenant was shocked how tortured his buddy was. So, he started cursing at the kidnapper. But the kidnapper got angry and smashed his head with gun. He was smiling about it as he was laying down. Then, after a few minutes, the door opened again. It was another one of the kidnappers. But Lieutenant saw something behind him. Someone stabbed the kidnapper in the back. It was some mercenary. Lieutenant was wondering who it was, and if he was Korean as he was. He told them he is there to save them, and told them to follow him. As they were running across the hallway, all of them were wondering how did all of those kidnappers die, and they didn't even hear anything from the room. As they were running down, the enemies saw them, but the mercenary was calm and started running towards them. He uppercutted the first guy, and right after he threw a knife into the other one, and he just dropped dead in a second. Then he told them they will go in faster pace. He was just running and killing effortlessly. After a few seconds, they heard a lot of enemies behind the wall. The lieutenant thought he will help and go quietly, but the mercenary just started running and he slided around the wall and shot everyone in a second. Quickly reloaded his gun and was continuing in his mission. When the lieutenant peeked through the wall, he was shocked how good this guy was. As they went out, he told them to wait for a minute, because of how exhausted the other guys were. Then Lieutenant asked the mercenary if he is Korean. He was waiting for response, but the mercenary ignored his question and told they have to continue. As they were walking through the grass, the lieutenant saw his other guys and was happy. They are okay. He was asking them how are they alive. They told him he saved him. It was the mercenary. The mercenary told them that they are going to part ways right now because his mission is complete. And Lieutenant was giving him handshake because of how thankful he is for saving him and his guys. He looked at his hand, and then suddenly there was gunshot from hundreds of meters away. Mercenary realized what it was and shouted, "Everyone get down!" Then there was really big boom. Lieutenant woke up and was wondering if everyone is okay and saw how enemies were getting shot down. It was the mercenary that, right after the explosion, got up and started taking them down. But the mercenary was just a kid. After 6 months, the mercenary went from the deserts to Korean school. Every girl was already falling in love with him, and of course another bully fucker is looking at him like that. But he don't know who Ijin really is.